It's time for another episode of Rotten Mournings.
The best way to start your mornings off rotten.
Good morning.
Morning.
How you doing, little fella?
I'm doing great. How are you doing? What the fuck are you? What are you doing? What is this?
Welcome to Rotten Mournings, everyone.
Welcome to Rotten Mornings, everyone. So glad to have you today. I hope you hated yesterday's episode. Rotten Mornings. There it is.
Scott.
I'm Matt.
I'm nobody.
You heard it first. Wait, what the hell's that? Oh, my dog's eating something. Go ahead.
Good. All right. Well, let's talk about what we saw yesterday.
What did we see yesterday?
Yeah, well, we had an episode of the podcast.
I remember that.
Yeah.
That wasn't my favorite episode.
It wasn't my favorite episode either. It's always weird when, like, a series that we're doing gets some publicity or somebody shares it out, and it's the shittiest day to share it out.
I think that we do that on purpose. It's like all these people are like, "Hey, I listened to the podcast. Hey, I listened to the podcast." Ugh. I don't like this. Fuck this podcast.
Yeah. It's the shittiest thing. They're like, "Man, I've been listening to this podcast and I roll it every day. You should check it out." Hey, today we are doing a podcast. I don't know, man. I listen to it. I don't know if I get it. I don't know that I get it.
I don't get it. Yeah. You know what? That's a great way to sell this podcast, though.
Only some people get the podcast.
Exactly. Like you'd probably have to be pretty smart to get it. So, I mean, if you don't think it's funny, it's probably your fault.
I try to tell people.
That's the only reason we get even one watch per video. I love that the haunts like pay me to do commercials, but fucking our shit sucks, man. What are you doing?
Yeah, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. Hopefully that can of beans that the haunt gives you.
I know, right? Like, Tim comes to me and he's like, "I'll tell you what, Matt, I got a whole handful of freezer pops if you just run through the haunt and hand out snacks to everybody and then give them waters and then go fuck yourself."
Yeah, I mean.
And I'm like, "Thank you, Papa. I will do it for you, Papa."
And what's crazy is that, like, even that is overpaid.
I know, right? I mean, halfway through the haunt, I just piss in the corner and pass out. Let's be honest. I'm really not good at this stuff.
If I give you these pops and you just drop the pops immediately, it breaks the floor in half. Like, what the fuck just happened?
I peed myself during that conversation.
Okay, so we had that. We had another episode of Making Up with Stepsis.
Yes. That was fun. Was that fun? I don't remember. I edited it until like 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it was fun.
Good. Awesome.
It moves a good enough clip. Like those episodes move at a nice clip that they keep your interest. Not everybody's cup of tea to watch makeup tutorials.
Yeah, true.
But I think that like there's a little music going on, and it's like moving at a clip where enough is happening to where I enjoy them. Yeah.
I don't know. Once I get done like editing them, I don't watch them again.
Dude, man, it's just been the weirdest season for that. Like,
listen, guys, I apologize for next season, but we are not going to be doing this much shit.
Yeah, however little we did this time, we were
exactly
way more.
Lower your expectations, people. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I was like, man, I think maybe next month in November I can start filming episodes of Strips. Will not be happening.
I was like, man, in the month of November, I could take a nap.
Will not be happening.
Will not be happening.
So we had another episode of Strips.
Yes.
Yep. And then we had another episode of Darker Stories.
Oh, Strips was great, man. I like seeing all your friends in there, and the jokes were hilarious. It was awesome. I loved it.
Right. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Oh, I love the subtitles too.
Yeah.
It harkens back to when we were doing subs for the different trailers, and we wrote like fart on one card, and then I threw up on this title card on one of the cards.
What was that?
It was Where Nobby.
Oh yeah, wow. Jesus, that was a long time ago.
Yes, it was.
Why we did
Flashback humor.
What's that?
I said flashback humor.
Yeah. Cool. And then we had the Darker Stories, and that wrapped up our day.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not true. Today's Wednesday.
Okay.
So we actually had Carrie this morning, or yesterday morning too.
Well, that was before the podcast.
Okay, so we did talk about that.
We
talked
talked
a couple
about
times.
Yesterday. Remember, we recorded it after her live.
I don't remember shit.
I don't either, man.
I literally to record this episode, I'm on the side of the road where I just caught a 30-minute nap.
That could be involved.
Oh, okay. We might bring Grim in for the paranormal thing.
Okay.
But no, what you're saying is you're on the side of the road recording this podcast, and I can't help but think that the only problem here is that you're currently not getting paid for hand jobs, and that's what the problem is.
You know, man, when I started Hand Jobs Inc., I decided it was going to be a community project, just giving back to the people.
Everybody coming out there looking like a fingerprint test.
Yeah. I was like, man, I'm tired of these other guys jerking everyone around. I'm gonna provide a service that not many other people provide.
I will blow you away with my sales pitch.
It's been hard. I'll be honest with you. I've been through a lot of dick.
I noticed there was a lot of references of that in your episode.
None of that was planned.
Wait, what do you mean by planned? Do you mean none of that was footage you decided to use that was older footage?
Correct.
All right, cool.
Yeah, that episode was hey, it's 5:30. Nothing I had planned has panned. So
you just basically just grabbed a whole bunch of like newer clips, threw them all in a row, and then you like went in there and you were like, "Hi, I'm Scott, and here's this."
Yep.
I didn't even do that for my episode. I was just like, I'm not even showing my face. Here's this.
Yeah, that was the one thing about that episode. I was like, damn, I don't have Matt's face in this fucking episode. I've been trying to do that. But, oh well. I'll put more Matt in the next one. If there even is a next one.
Brown chicken, brown eye.
Cool. What we got coming up today?
I don't fucking know. Stop yelling at me. You're not my father.
All right, that's fair. No idea why you keep calling me daddy. This podcast.
Yep. Then we're technically supposed to have the TikTok thing, and then another episode of Scripts, and fucking yada yada yada.
Yeah, another darker stories. Yep. Well, that all sounds great.
It does.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Matt, what deep voice you have.
Yeah, I got a little bit of candy stuck in my throat.
Ah, candy. Gotcha. Wink, wink. Candy. Sometimes I get candy stuck in my throat. Wink, wink, too.
Candy cane.
Candy cane. Yeah, so that's our oh man. That's what's coming up today, and that's what we covered yesterday. We got anything else we want to talk about?
I don't think there's anything. Well, we have a darker stories. Did we say that?
A couple times.
Okay. I just want to reiterate that I'm going to try to make sure that happens also.
And
Okay.
it's darker stories
Mm-hmm.
with who?
I don't fucking know. I haven't done it yet. But yeah.
Cool. Commercial.
Commercial.
All right, guys, we're here. We have just done a review with the Good Stuff's Kettle Corn Emporium. This is one of our favorite popcorns that's come out.
This popcorn is amazing.
Phenomenal.
Oh my god, I can't stop eating it.
How many flavors do they have now?
Like 68?
I've lost
68. And they have literally a kettle corn for almost every flavor I could possibly imagine at this point. Even I think I've tasted some licked unicorn.
Licked unicorn.
For everybody, even if you're picky.
Even
Yes.
if you're picky.
This company supports the other haunt actors and helps
Yes.
promote those and gives them an avenue for that. And we've seen a lot of our rotten friends have their own corn
Yes.
flavors.
Yes.
Such a beautiful thing. I love
And
it.
the fact that Good Stuff is bringing together the haunt community, it can't be anything more rotten and more on par with what we want to be.
Absolutely.
And
beautiful.
this damn kettle corn is fucking amazing.
It absolutely
I can't
is.
stop eating this.
I'm gonna turn into a kettle corn.
Guys, check out www.kettlecornemporium.com and get yourself some of this. Is absolutely phenomenal.
Get you some of this.
Woo! Hello.
Oh,
Hi.
Hey
What are we
guys.
talking about?
nothing yet. Scott, how's your sound?
It sounds okay.
Okay, is it good?
It sounds okay.
That's
Yeah,
not good.
I'm not hearing any feedback, so I think we did it correctly.
Graham, sound off so we can hear if you echo.
Sound, making sound.
Yep. That's good. We're good.
Check one.
All right. So the only issue I'm having is that I can hear Graham.
Shut the fuck up, Scott.
Oh my god.
Bing.
Die. Just die.
So this is the supernatural section?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The supernatural entity we are talking about tonight is Scott.
Yes. Yes. Supernatural.
Oh no. It's telling me trying to reconnect.
What?
Why is
I
it telling
think
me
we're
that?
still here.
Hello?
Okay. Well,
What's happening?
oh my god.
Oh, she's there. What is the topic?
Jesus Christ, what's going on?
This is weird.
So,
Oh,
we-
there she went.
She has fallen into the abyss.
That's hilarious.
She said this is weird, and then she cut it off herself.
Yeah. Yes, this is weird. I hate you guys. Click.
This is weird, and I don't like it.
It's
Yeah.
more like, this is weird. I decided to join in on this shit. Bye-bye.
Yeah. No, I've had dates like that where people are like, "This is weird." They just disappeared. Oh.
I don't exist.
Oh. Okay. So we're gonna try clicking a couple of buttons here and see if we can bring the.
We're gonna co-lick.
Shimmy, 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 shimmy.
Is that our connection music?
Yes.
I like it. I like it.
I think more of an elevator type thing, like.
Hey guys, you're in an elevator with rotten. It's not a great place. Maybe an earthquake. Thanks, I hate it.
We had a good cutoff. We were connecting there on that music.
Yeah, I felt it.
Stop touching my shoulder.
Yep, I need to.
Oh, wait.
Stop.
That's a nice solo.
Thank you.
God, what just happened? That
I'd
was
like
the
to hear it
weirdest thing.
again.
She has returned from
Oh.
the netherworld.
Damn, we
great.
sound amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was awesome.
All right, so what's the paranormal about?
All right, today we're going to be talking about something that we have talked about ever since it happened. It has always been kind of an intriguing thing, and it falls in the category of this podcast because it's something unexplained. Today we're going to be talking about the story of Elisa Lam.
Oh,
Oh,
good God, there's a lot to unpack there.
yeah. Guys, if you don't know the story of Elisa Lam, you definitely want to go check out.
She was the one that died in the water tank?
Correct.
Oh, well, you
I
gave
know
away
about this. Yay.
You say Elisa, I say Alyssa, but yeah, potato.
Yeah,
Alyssa.
it's Elisa.
Correct.
And her last name is Lam.
Yes, which is Lam Hoyi.
All right. Not doing that. And steering away from that.
So basically, in February the 19th, 2013, a body was recovered in a water tank atop the Cecil Hill, Los Angeles. It was later identified as that of Elisa Lam, also known in Cantonese as Lam Huyi, a Canadian student at the University of British Columbia in Vancouver. She had been staying at the hotel when she was reportedly missing at the beginning of the month. A maintenance worker discovered the body when investigating guest complaints of problems with the water supply and pressure.
Now, all of that is interesting.
Very.
We didn't know.
That's the story, period. With no context, that's all it is.
Yeah, but not.
That's it. We don't need to speak about it anymore. Matt just told us all about it.
That's the end of the supernatural thing.
That's all.
Not
if only. Go ahead, Scott. Scott.
Not one part of that is what. Oh, fuck, Jesus.
Come on, Scott. Yes, and go.
Yeah, the none of that. Like that's the story, but that's not how we were introduced to this story.
Not at all.
We were introduced to this story with a grainy surveillance cam video of inside an elevator, and inside in this footage we see this girl come in and she looks like she thinks she's being stalked by someone or chased by someone. She moves in a weird, unnatural way.
Yeah, almost like her hand kind of folds and her arms kind of fold backwards at some point also.
There was a lot of rumors that she was possessed. I think it had to do with a lot of suicides that happened in that same hotel. Like it was just random suicides.
Well, you see the video of her in the elevator and she pushes a button on the elevator and the elevator does not close, not move. Like elevators don't react like that. They immediately close. She wasn't blocking the door or anything. It just would not close. Then she walks out of the elevator and it still won't close. And then eventually it closes and it continues on its path, and it has no more weird snafus like that.
Yep. What's interesting about that, like you're saying it that way, is that if you watch this footage, it looks like someone is making a horror film.
Yes.
It looks like Paranormal Activity before there was Paranormal Activity.
It says also that, I didn't know this, but serial killers Jack Unterweger, I don't know how to pronounce his name, and Richard Ramirez both resided at that hotel.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff with that hotel that comes into the mythos of it. But so the video was it was the only thing you see. That was the thing wrapped up. Okay, so there's this weird thing. Everybody's like, she's found in a water tank. The water tank is closed from the inside. She's drowned. It's what the fuck? It seems like she's being followed. It seems like she's moving like in this unnatural way. The elevator is acting in this weird kind of way. And it's like, all right, cool. So that's the end of the story. But then it's like, that's not the end of the story either, because the Cecil Hotel, like Graham keeps saying, is overrun with history of serial killers and strange deaths and ironic deaths and just this sort of odd curse, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's that. Like, there is so much to it. And guys, this was like 2013, right? So when this happened, all we don't know about like the history of the Cecil, or not everybody knows about the history of the Cecil at this point. All we have is this surveillance camera footage, and then the girl goes missing. The end. That's it. This is the last known footage of her, and now she's missing. So she's not in her room. She's not, hasn't reported to school. She's just gone.
And then they find her in the dun 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 water tank, all bloated and gross and sad.
Yep. And they do that because residents of the hotel were saying, like, hey, I'm having some issues with my water pressure, or I'm having some issue with like the taste of the water.
It's so gross.
They had been drinking Elisa tea this whole time.
Yeah,
I love tea.
Elisa tea.
Yeah. So they're drinking corpse tea, but and this is okay. This is like, I mean, there's tons of human trafficking. There's tons of like weird serial killers. There's all that stuff. However, it wasn't logical that she could even, like, somebody would put her in the water tank.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense.
Right.
And there's no way she could lock herself in, because the water was at a level that she would not have been able to do that.
Yeah. The tank had to be drained and cut open. The maintenance hatch was too small to accommodate equipment needed to remove Lam's body.
Hey, you can stay at this hotel still. You guys want to book a room?
You can stay there, but they're really touchy about that stuff.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah. They're like, hey, please don't get possessed and then wind up somewhere that's impossible to get into and die.
If I ever want to kill myself, I guess I'll go there.
But listen, there's more to this than even just that, because you can't take into account that Ramirez and the oh my gosh, what was the other guy's name?
Something Whittager or something. Under
No,
Whittager?
but
I don't know.
Ramirez was the Night Stalker.
Yes.
Yeah.
But so that's not even the weirdest. There are tons of weird deaths where someone's like lover jumps out of a window and lands on top of this dude, and then like later down the road another person jumps out the window and lands on the same dude again. And it's just this, there's so many weird stories around that hotel.
Yeah.
Winchester stayed there for a while. The chick that has the Winchester house.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And there's so much backstory to different entities and people that have stayed in that hotel. But even weirder than that is the movie Dark Water, which was made in American film in 2005 and was a Japanese film in 2002. And the script is literally about exactly what happens to Elisa Lam.
Yep.
It's about a mother and a son that live in an apartment complex, and they start complaining about dark water, and it turns out that somebody was dead in the water reserve.
That is interesting.
And then you roll it even further back than that, and there was at one point an outbreak of tuberculosis near the Cecil Hotel.
Oh boy, that's a weird one.
The test to find out whether or not you are positive for tuberculosis is called the Lam Elise test, which is literally her name backwards.
Holy shit, that's so weird.
Right?
Yeah.
It is. Wow.
Yeah, it's like a it's like a what is it? It's not an acronym, but it's
weird series of events.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's literally her exact name. It's not rearranged. It's just her last name first and her first name last.
Mm-hmm. There's so you can Wikipedia her story, but also there's a link to it that just goes to the list of deaths and violence at the Cecil, and there's a lot.
Oh, there is a lot.
Yeah.
Like with the serial killers, that's why I'm telling you, the serial killers are literally just scratching the surface of the crazy happenstance that happened with the Cecil Hotel. Like we are barely scratching the surface just by saying there were a few serial killers there.
So apparently the Cecil Hotel's not the Cecil Hotel anymore. They changed their name.
Yeah, it's Hotel Cecil.
It's yeah, and now also the hotel is
backwards
a test
too.
for tuberculosis.
Yeah. But that's weird that the hotel swapped its name, which is Elisa Lam, swapped to be the test for tuberculosis. So that's weird.
That is weird.
Fuck it.
But like, and again, guys, we always really just kind of skim across the surface of these things, but I would definitely recommend to look up the video of Elisa Lam in the elevator. It is so weird and surreal when you watch it once and you're like, and then you watch it again and you think about the fact that the elevator should have closed, that why does she move that way? All these different things. And then it's like, whoa, this is fucking super fucking what the fuck?
Yeah. I'm really kind of curious. If you guys do that, if you guys check out that video, shoot us a message and let us know what you think. You got to understand, like, the context of this. When we saw it, we had no, like, you guys have heard the story and then you see the video. We didn't know the story. We just see a very strangely moving girl who looks terrified, and we're expecting like a monster to come around out of the corridor.
Mm-hmm.
She's like hiding at one point inside the elevator.
There's one point where it almost looks like a little bit of a shadow breaks the floor too. So I was always anticipating something to like run in and grab her and blah, and then it's like coming soon.
That's exactly what I thought. It says the coroner's office ruled her death as accidental drowning.
Yeah, accidental drowning.
Is that what you guys think happened?
Nope.
That doesn't make any sense. How does one accidentally drown in a hatch that they close behind themselves?
Well, I mean, like, first of all, why would you be in it's like 100-gallon water tank.
Yeah, they say it was even hard as shit to access the roof. It was hard as shit to access the water tank. And to get the water tank open, you'd have to like have a pipe wrench or what the fuck ever. And to get it closed, the same shit.
Yeah.
And this little girl, like, she seems like you could blow her over with the wind.
Mm-hmm.
I think they tried to cover up her death in a lot of ways, because it says here that It was an accident caused by withdrawal from her prescribed medication for her bipolar disorder.
Wow.
Which is an easy thing to write somebody's like death off on. I mean, there's no way to like prove it either way, you know?
Yep.
That brings up an interesting thing. And I don't know like you guys' thoughts on it, but you look at places that for some reason attract weird, right? This place has attracted several serial killers for no particular reason, you know, unless it's a ley line hub or something like that. But then you also look at like the Stanley Hotel, which had other similar kind of weird things that happen. All right, so you look at these places, and then when those places are visited by somebody who has some sort of mental disorder, you know, I wonder if I don't know if it's like the perfect recipe.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like it's if you're there and you don't have any mental challenges or anything, like you can deal with it. But if there's a way in, like it can get in.
Yeah, exactly.
I completely missed what you were saying. I was taking selfies. Sorry, Scott.
Dear God.
I'm sorry, Scott.
Yeah.
Let me take a selfie.
So
no.
I think what all I was saying is that Grandma would stay away from the Cecil. That's all.
No, I want to go. I want to go
Okay.
see it. I want to go stay the night.
Okay. I don't know where you saw that it was open. The thing I read said that it closed in 2017 for renovations, but hasn't reopened.
It's open.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Crowbar.
Crowbar. Anything's open if you're brave enough.
Yeah, anything's open if you got big enough balls.
Yeah. We have a haunted hotel in Selma, Alabama that I kept wanting to stay at, and they kept being under renovation, but it has just now reopened. So I kind of want to check that one out.
Yes.
I'm glad for you, Scott. Thank you for your comment.
Thank you for your comment.
I'm so glad you all have joined me for this podcast.
Oh, it was Jack Utavager.
Oh, yeah, Jack Utavager.
Yeah.
I don't know how you forgot that.
Well, she said it. I just couldn't remember what she had said.
I did not say that.
You did.
I didn't. I said something winter weeger. Oh no.
Hey, I don't got. Did you remember that the serial killer Jack Winterweiner stayed there?
Winter wiener.
Yeah.
Every time that you say that, I think like I'm Mr. Freeze and I'm blowing a breeze.
Every time that I say Winterweiner,
Oh, there it is again. That's 3
Winter
times.
Wiener.
Mr. Freeze. And then
Jack
like,
Frost is coming for your nipples.
for some reason, when you say I'm Mr.
Nipples!
Freeze, it makes me go think the Frost Miser, which is a totally different but whimsical thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Frostmeister.
Miser.
Hey, Scott.
Whatever. What you
Scott,
said.
Matt.
What?
I forgot to call everybody to the podcast.
Oh God.
Podcast!
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good God. Who's going to
He's
show
an
up
awesome
now?
God.
Like now, I'm terrified. Who will show up?
Terrified. Terrified. He's terrified.
So the other thing you were saying, like, Winter Wiener makes you think of that, but like every time I hear
Wiener.
Holy fuck, that's funny. Okay.
Sorry, I was recording stuff.
Jesus Christ. Every time I hear Ramirez's name, I think that he like works overnight stocking shelves because I always hear the Night Stalker.
Yes. It's basically Carrie is a Night Stalker.
Yeah, Carrie is the Night Stalker.
Carrie's the Night Stalker.
The missing link. Holy fucking shit. Call the press.
Now we know.
We know.
And I'm like, was Carrie bored during this time? Yeah, she was.
Hi guys, I'm the Night Stalker. Cheerios are on aisle 3.
You left your lights on.
Excuse me, are you the Night Stalker? I'm looking for Winner Wiener.
Wiener, fucking wiener.
Okay. Well, are we gonna? You know what?
Wiener.
Thank you guys. Well, Matt, are we gonna try a section 3 or are we not?
What? No, I got too much shit to do.
Okay. Well,
I've been doing a lot of shit too.
I know every time I hear a weird rumbly noise, I just assume you're shitting yourself.
No, that's my stomach. Like, this is horrible. I am in pain.
I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all that the topic that we were going to cover tonight, just because it
Ghost in my blood.
Oh my God.
I was at the hospital and they told me I've been shitting too much.
Okay.
You got to cut back on the shitting.
I got to cut back on the shitting.
I told you before, if you keep that up, think about what God would think about that.
That it smells bad? He would turn it to wine. Drink my shit.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
So I didn't know a lot about this cryptid, so I was like, oh man, I don't know a lot about this one, so I'll look it up and we'll go over this one because it'd be perfect. I wanted to cover the Golgothan.
Oh yeah,
the shit demon, but
the shit demon.
That ain't
that
real.
would be perfect.
There ain't nothing about that.
That's not a real thing.
But it is. I had that. You guys are fucking liars.
Yeah, you're like,
no, we're terrible researchers.
Yeah, that's actually better. And now, like I just said that, and I'm saying all kind of shit about it. Shit about it.
Shit about it.
When are we gonna do like a commercial break?
Oh,
we did one.
Yep.
No, you didn't.
Yes, we did before you came on.
I don't believe you.
It doesn't matter what you believe.
I don't believe it at all.
You better.
I don't. Okay, I do.
Ooh, Uno reversey card. All right, guys. You guys have a rotten morning.
Stay rotten, guys. Stay rotten.
Shit monster. Stay
Shit
rotten.
Monster.
Shit monster. Here I go.
Shit monster.
Stay
shit monster.
I'm going to shit now.
Join us next time for another episode of Rotten Mornings.